Hello, and welcome to LSET Tech Byte. Today we are creating a simple password generator using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. In this video, we'll walk you through the process step by step, making it easy for you to follow along and create your own password generator. Let's start by taking a look at the HTML code. Here we have the basic structure of our web page. The doc-type HTML declaration tells the browser that this is an HTML5 document. In the head section, we have the character set defined as UTF-8 to ensure proper encoding of our content. The viewport meta tag is set to control the layout on different devices. We've also included a title for our web page, which is password generator. Moving on to the body of our HTML document, we have everything contained within a div element with the class container for styling purposes. Inside the container, we have the main content of our password generator. We have a heading H1 titled Password Generator to give users a clear understanding of the purpose of this page. Below the heading, we have a form where users can input their preferences for the generated password. The first form group consists of a label password length, followed by an input field of type number with the ID length. Users can specify the length of the password they want, with a minimum of 6 characters and a maximum of 20 characters, set by the minute and max attributes. We link our style sheet style.css to control the presentation of our password generator. Next, we have another form group with a label include symbols followed by a checkbox input with the ID include symbols. Users can choose whether they want to include symbols in their generated password by checking this box. Moving on, we have two buttons, Generate Password and Copy to Clipboard. The Generate Password button with the ID generator triggers the JavaScript function to generate the password based on the user's input. The Copy to Clipboard button with the ID copy allows users to copy the generated password to their clipboard for easy access. At the bottom of the body section, we're including jQuery library, which simplifies JavaScript programming by providing a lot of useful functions and shortcuts. Finally, we have a text area element with the ID password where the generated password will be displayed. This field is set to read only so that users cannot edit the password directly but can still select and copy it. Now that we have completed the HTML section of our password generator app in the next part of this tutorial, we'll style it using CSS to make it visually appealing. Starting with the body selector, we're setting the font family to Arial or sans serif as a fallback. We're also removing any default margins and padding and setting the background color to a soft greenish-blue shade to create a pleasant backdrop for our generator. Moving on to the container class, we're defining the maximum width of our container to 440 pixels and center it on the page using auto margin. We've added some padding to give our content some breathing room, and the background color is a light gray for contrast. The border radius creates rounded corners and the box shadow adds a subtle depth effect. Inside the container class is responsible for styling the form groups. We're using Flexbox to align items horizontally with space between them, giving our form a balanced layout. The form group class further styles the individual form elements. Again, we're using Flexbox to center the items horizontally with a small gap between them for better spacing. The H1 selector styles the heading password generator. It's centered on the page with a bottom margin for spacing and colored in a dark gray shade for contrast against the light background. Labels for form elements are styled to have a larger font size, semi-bold weight, and dark gray color for better readability. Input fields are given padding for spacing, centered text alignment, and no border to keep the design clean and minimalistic. When an input field is focused, it gains a thin outline in the soft greenish-blue color to indicate focus without being too intrusive. Checkboxes are customized to have a smaller size, hidden default appearance, and a custom outline for better styling. When checked, they adopt the same background color as the container for visual feedback. Moving to the buttons class, we're using Flexbox to evenly space our buttons horizontally for a balanced layout. Buttons are styled with padding, a medium font size, bold weight, rounded corners, and a cursor pointer to indicate interactivity. The background color is the same as the container's background color for consistency, and the text color is white for contrast. On hover, buttons change their background color to a slightly darker shade for a subtle visual effect. The password class styles the password field, center it within its container. The password field has padding, a border, and rounded corners for styling. It's set to a soft greenish-blue background color with dark gray text for contrast. The font size is larger and bold to make the password stand out. When focused, the password field loses its border and gains an outline to indicate focus without disrupting the design. Now that we've designed the visual interface for our password generator, it's time to give it some functionality with JavaScript. Let's dive into the JavaScript code and see how we're going to make our password generator work. Starting with the document ready function, this ensures that our JavaScript code only runs once the HTML document is fully loaded and ready for manipulation. When the Generate Password button with the ID generator is clicked, this event listener triggers. It retrieves the length of the password and whether symbols should be included from the input field. Then, it calls the Generate Password function with these parameters, generates a password, and displays it in the password field. Additionally, it enables the Copy to Clipboard button. Next, we have an event listener for the Copy to Clipboard button with the ID copy. When clicked, it selects the text in the password field, copies it to the clipboard using document.exe command copy, and displays an alert confirming that the password has been copied. The Generate Password function takes two parameters: the length of the password and whether symbols should be included. It initializes a charset containing lowercase and uppercase letters and numbers. If symbols are included, it appends special characters to the charset. Then, it generates a random password by looping through the character set and appending random characters until reaching the specified length. And that wraps up our JavaScript code, empowering our password generator with essential functionality. Now, users can effortlessly generate secure passwords with a simple click. By the end of the video, you can see that our password generator is fully working. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to get updates.